Welcome everybody. My name is Maria Solano and I'm the Senior Management Analyst with the City of St. Louis Park.
And my name is Mark Evansteiner. I'm the Finance Manager.
Today we're at the Municipal Service Center and we're here to talk to you about the 2020 budget.
Let's start it off by sending it over to Tom for a brief welcome.
Hi, my name is Tom Harmoning and I'm your City Manager. Welcome to our third Facebook budget discussion regarding the 2020 budget. I hope you find this presentation helpful as you go about trying to better understand what's contained within our 2020 budget. Before I get started, I do want to thank the City Council and staff for the hard work they put into creating this budget. I would note, however, that the budget will not be considered for final approval until December 16th. The 2020 budget focuses on the city continuing to provide high-quality core services while at the same time making progress on the City Council strategic priorities. These priorities can be summarized as follows. St. Louis Park is a leader in racial equity and inclusion in order to create a more just and inclusive community for all. St. Louis Park is committed to continue to lead in environmental stewardship. St. Louis Park is committed to providing a broad range of housing and neighborhood-oriented development. The city is committed to providing a variety of options for people to make their way around the city comfortably, safely, and reliably. And last, St. Louis Park is committed to creating opportunities to build social capital through community engagement. New this year, we have a financial transparency tool that you can use to help understand the preliminary 2020 budget. We also have a video available that explains the property tax system and how it works. In the meantime, please send in your questions on the 2020 budget, and I'll turn it back to Maria and Mark.
Thanks, Tom. So our city charter and Minnesota state law requires us to submit our budget every year. Our process starts between April or May of every year and runs through December. First, our council planning meeting is either in April or May, where our council looks at the beginning part of the budget. Then throughout the summer months, departments and city council work on the operating budgets. In September, the council adopts a preliminary tax levy. Then during the months of October and November, city staff work on updating the 10-year capital improvement plan. Lastly, in December, the council holds a public hearing and approves the budget. Speaking of a public hearing, mark your calendars for December 2nd, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. in the City Council chambers, where the City Council will be holding the annual public hearing for the 2020 budget. All of our budget information can be found at www.stlouispark.org/finance. On this page, you can also find our new financial transparency tool where you can dive deeper into all of the numbers. At the December 2nd meeting, the council will be talking about the 2020 budget. If you have questions about the assessed market value and its relationship to your property taxes, there'll be a meeting in the spring. Look for more information in the mail. If you'd like to contact city staff, look at our website and look for our assessing division. So now we're going to send it over to Mark to give you more budget details.
Thanks, Maria. As a reminder, please continue to submit questions as they come up in the comment box. As we discuss the budget schedule, I thought it'd be interesting to share the makeup of the tax base. As the chart summarizes, residential properties make up 49.4%, commercial and industrial properties make up 33.7%, and apartments and other make up 16.9%. As a note, in St. Louis Park, the median value home is $297,900 for pay 2020. Now that we have a feel for the tax base, let's take a look at the 2020 proposed tax levy. The largest portion, 82%, supports the general fund and general operations of the city, including public safety, snow plowing, and park maintenance. Debt service makes up 11%, which is the repayment of long-term debt which was issued to finance capital projects like the fire stations. As a note, St. Louis Park is one of 26 cities in Minnesota that holds a AAA bond rating, which allows us to take advantage of low interest costs. Capital replacement, which is 4.5%, accounts for a majority of vehicle and technology replacement. And the park improvement levy, 2.5%, is used for annual park improvements. This next chart details the breakout of general fund expenditures, which support the core services of the city. A couple items to note. Of the $41.5 million budget, the largest portion, 45%, supports public safety operations, including police, fire protection, and inspection services. Also, 28% of expenditures support operations and recreation, which covers many items such as street maintenance, snow plowing, and park maintenance. The city also operates 4 utility funds, including water, sewer, stormwater, and solid waste. Looking at an average bill for a single-family resident, for every dollar spent, 31 cents relates to water, which includes water treatment and water main replacement. 38 cents relates to sewer, including infrastructure maintenance and disposal charges. 15 cents relates to stormwater, including maintaining a stormwater management system. And 17 cents relates to solid waste, which includes a curbside collection of garbage, recycling, organics, and yard waste. Now let's turn it over to Deb.
Thank you, that's some great information. Hello, I'm Deb Heiser, the Engineering Director, and I'm going to talk a little bit about our exciting projects for 2020. The first one is the Louisiana Bridge reconstruction. If you're familiar with the area, it's down by the hospital, just north of Excelsior Boulevard. The bridge over the Minnehaha Creek needs to be reconstructed. As you can see in the drawing, the new bridge is going to open up the Minnehaha Creek corridor for pedestrians and bikers, and also there's an art component that is going to just create a sense of place for everybody who uses this important corridor. This project is scheduled to start in March and should take the whole summer to complete. Unfortunately, to build the bridge, we've got to close the road, but we'll certainly be informing everybody of the posted detours during the course of that construction project. Another great project, and it seems like we're building a lot of bridges next year, but another great project we're going to do that's going to connect the entire city, north and south, is the Dakota Park Bridge and Bikeway project. This bridge is located directly adjacent to Peter Hobart. So this new bikeway will connect Cedar Lake Road all the way down to Wooddale. And the pedestrian bridge will cross over the railroad tracks and provide a connection for school children, for people wanting to go to the West End, something that's not there today. And it'll be strictly dedicated to pedestrians and bicyclists. This project is proposed to start next spring and last through the summer and into the winter. But once it's open, I think you'll see a big change in how you can get around town on your bike and walking. Finally, another project that is going to be its second phase is the historic Walker Lake roadway and alley revitalization project. As you can see, phase 1 was completed this year. We're going to move into phase 2 next year. There's some big changes coming for Lake Street. Effectively, we're going to change where Walker and Lake connect. And also, we're going to be creating bikeways, new parking for all the businesses, as well as a sidewalk along the stadium so that people who want to walk and enjoy the new restaurants and shops in this area will have a way to get around. The historic Walker Lake has had a lot of work through our community development department as well as engineering to really create a sense of place in this area and change how everybody can come and visit. Those are just 3 of the big projects we're going to be doing next year. There's a number of other ones maybe in your neighborhood. If you'd like to learn more about the different construction projects that we have in town, you can go to our website. You can sign up for email updates, and then also we post stuff on social media. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to Maria. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, Deb, for the infrastructure overview. And just as a reminder, you can send us any of your questions year-round at our email address, which is budget@stlouispark.org.
Also, please remember that you may be eligible for a property tax refund. Visit www.revenue.state.mn.us and search property tax refund, or call 651-296-3781. In addition, as a reminder, the Truth in Taxation meeting is coming up on December 2nd.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope that you learned something, and keep submitting your questions in the comment box.